Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Alex Gomez, and on today's video I'm going to show you how to sculpt the green goblin. So first we start with the blockout. We do polyspheres. I try to make the shape of the head like that oval shape that has the green goblin or William Defoe. Then I move into the neck and the ears. All I use are primitives, and this is like one of the important things of sculpting is having a really good base blockout. I kind of arrange the ears, and if you can see like at the head and the part of the lower head, they have kind of like a line. That's what is telling me where the eyes are gonna be. After dynameshing everything, I start carving the eyes just to see where they're gonna be and kind of like carve a little bit more of that eye socket. Then I add another piece or another sphere, polysphere, just to make the nose. And add two more polyspheres to add the nostrils and combine them and then dynamesh them. Then I started adding some details like for the mouth, the lips. So how pretty much to have a good idea how the mouth is gonna be at the mouth shape. I started also to modify the shape a little bit to find those most iconic or expressions of my character. I add a little bit of detail without too much. I just want to kind of like separate the forms. Pretty much the lip with the jaw. It doesn't have to be like a really like detailed oriented. And I do that just kind of like to mark those shapes, mark the jaw, mark the chin, mark the lips as well. Then I add two polyspheres that are gonna be the eyes, and for the eyelids I just start using the clay brush just to give that a little bit more of the shape of those eyelids. And in the meantime that I'm doing that as well, I kind of like work in my proportions as well. Then I work on my ears, just carve out some of that geometry or topology just to make those stylized ears. Having done that, I'm gonna append another sphere, and this is gonna be for the hair. I move it, make sure that the symmetry is on, and now I just move the head kind of like with the shape as the desired design, and just smooth it out a little bit just to have like a really nice shape. Just be patient with this step because the hair adds a lot of character to our character. After I'm done with the hair, I just like to add the eyes. I paint them out, just kind of like to have a better sense of how our character is looking and more in expressions. I mask the eyebrow shape and extract, and then I give it the right shape. Then I move to the hair, and I do like big strokes with the clay buildup, kind of like to follow the hair, and then I move, kind of like smooth it out. Then after I have like a basic shape with kind of like not too many details, but some of them, I move into the retopologize. I have a video that you can find in my channel about retopologizing a head. So I use the Zremesh curves, which is a really great tool, and it's gonna tell Zbrush how to arrange the topology when you Zremesh. After Zremeshing, I subdivide a couple of times, and I add some more details and start polishing more the features of my character. I start adding more details here in the mouth, kind of like a wrinkles when the character is smiling. And I got a lot of reference for this character, definitely like kind of like wanted to create my own style. Sometimes I like to do that instead of basing an existing design. I think it's fun to do. For the color, I definitely grab a cylinder, and after having the cylinder, I just delete the top and the bottom caps, and then I extrude it out just so I get kind of like a pipe. And then I grab every single edge that is going around the cylinder and I bevel it. After I bevel it, I select all the poly groups, not all the poly groups, just my poly group that is red, and I extrude it out. I make a very basic shape for the hoodie, kind of like a really random, didn't take that long. Then I extract with the thickness of 0, and after I extract it, I Zremesh it just to get a better shape, so I can manipulate it easier than I Dynamesh. And after have like my nice topology, I definitely extrude all the polygons with the C modeler. Moving into the painting the eyes, I have a couple of samples in past videos on how to paint the eyes. I'm gonna put the link in the description below on how do I put or paint stylized eyes in my characters. This part is fun because it gives the character that not final, but definitely a good sense of how his eyes are looking. Yeah. And after that, I just add some hair and some hairlines just with curved tubes. And I always make sure that I lock the start so I can just manipulate my curves and I don't mess up the start. I do a couple of them, probably like 4 or 5 with the same technique. And after that, I think I apply some Polypaint to the face, even to the hoodie as well. And now I run a quick render. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to watch my other 2 videos and see you next Friday. Have an amazing weekend and take care, guys. Bye.